Okay, so we are going to start now. Today's Zoom is talking about today's topic. I don't know if we have new prospects in this Zoom. Please, if you are new here, uh, you don't have your robot activated. You don't have running trade. You don't have a robot activated. Please use the chat and type new. Below you see a chat. You see chat below. Use it and okay. So we have Joseph is new. Okay. So do we have any other new? Okay. Oluchi is new. Okay. So we have two new prospects in today's Zoom. So for those that will be watching this recording, please, because of we have new prospects, we'll do a short introduction about Royalq. So you can just forward, you can just skip, as in fast forward the recordings to where the topic of today will start. Today we'll be talking about the one shot and the cycle period trading mode. Very interesting topic, I must say. Okay, but for the purpose of those joining us for the first time, Royalq is an artificial intelligence robot. The business is simple. It's a real business, a genuine business where we don't experience loss, but we do experience waiting time, in the sense that we have bought a coin, crypto, but that crypto has reduced in value because crypto goes up and down. So the first thing you should know as you are coming into the business is that the commodity, the nature of the commodity that we are trading, the robot helps us to trade this commodity. This commodity has value in dollars. That value in dollars is not stable. It goes down. If the robot starts that trade, as long as that trade has not sold yet, your value or your money in that trade will also be going down and up. There is no timeline for this business for it to be sold. Just like when you start a provision store business, there is no timeline on any commodity to be sold. So I don't know, that is a better explanation you will get to understand the business we are into. Yes, you make profits. Yes, in your provision store you make profits, but there's no defined time when this profit will come. Some people will say, will I make profit daily? How much will I make? So that is why I'm trying to point it out so you understand the business very clear. I've bought a car. My first car was from this business. My house I'm staying now is from this business. But I did not achieve it under one day. So the Royalq is an artificial intelligence robot that helps us to trade this cryptocurrency, this volatile commodity that moves with speed in reducing or increasing in value. We saw, is it yesterday that Trump said something about buying, and you saw Bitcoin did 6%. Nobody can tell when markets will go up or when markets will drop. They are just looking at the market forces. There are some, like President Trump, when he tweets something, you see people who tends to either buy or sell. So these crypto sometimes are controlled by market forces. But that is why we are using the robots to trade, so that any way the coins, those commodities move to, either they are reducing in value or they are increasing in value. Just know that you are coming to start a business, a long-term business. Yes, because coins can go down, can use 1 month to go down. Coins can use 2 months to go down. But that same coins that use 2 months that was going down can use only 30 minutes to recover fast. That is why we are using this AI robots. It helps us to trade this crypto where we don't experience real loss. We might experience a reduced floating capital. Maybe we started with $100, and as the robot is trading, our $100 now in our Binance is now floating to 85. Yes, we can experience it because the trade is still running. But once market starts increasing, your money, that 85 will see 87, 89, 91. You'll be seeing it increasing like that. It is the business we are in. It's not a business that you just started last week. I started, I've made $10, I've made $20, but in my Binance, I'm seeing, instead of seeing 120, that is 100 that I started with $20 profit, I'm now seeing $85. Yes, you are seeing it because that capital there now is not your capital. That capital is floating capital because the robot is still using the capital to trade in the business. And that coin that the robot is trading has reduced in value. So just take it that you are starting a provision store business. It's a long term. When you open a provision store business, you know that you have created another source of income. You might go to your shop today and nobody will come and buy anything. Or people that will come and buy, they'll be answering for goods you don't have, provisions you don't have. Because you are just starting, your capital is not enough to buy all the provisions. Some days, some customers that will come to your shop might ask for goods that you don't have. So those days you don't make profits. Maybe the goods you have, bag of rice you bought to sell in your provision store, that is what you have. The value has gone down today. You bought it yesterday at 80,000 a bag of rice, but today in the market now, a bag of rice is selling at 75. That your capital you use is already floating negative because you use 80,000 to buy that bag of rice, but the value of that bag of rice now, as of today, is now at 75,000. Are you in loss? No, your bag of rice is staying with you until the price of rice increase. That is when you will sell. So you see, it's not a must that you must make profit every day. That day, the value of your goods has reduced, so you cannot sell. So take note, you are starting Royalq, you are starting up a provision store. So it's not a must that you must make trade profits every day. Some days markets can be slow. Some days markets can be fast. Some days you can recover for the days you did not make profits. That is how this business is. So the robot was not designed that, okay, while we wait, okay, since a coin can take 1 month, 2 months to reduce in value and be going down, the robot was not designed that, okay, why this trade, we have started this trade, but as crypto, it can be going down, reducing in price, in value. Your $100 that you used to start that trade can be reducing in value as that coin is going down in value. Your money too will also be going down, floating down with the value of that coin. So what did the developers of the Royalq developers, what they did is that, okay, why that coin is going down, can your robot be buying some quantity, cheaper quantity? That is what we call the margin calls. So once you start a trade and the value starts going down, your robot will be buying the value at that reduced value. It will be buying them as margin calls. So that once, while you are waiting for bag of rice to come up, the robot will start selling the quantity it bought at those lower price, those margin calls. It will start selling them. So you see that you start making what we call the sub profits. You understand? You start making sub profits even while you are waiting. If you don't have capital for the robot to buy those goods, those commodities at a cheaper price, you know that you just have to wait. till that value of that coin comes back. But if you have money for a robot to be buying small, small quantity in margin calls, you will see that once the robot buys those lower quantity, it will start selling them when the coin starts showing sign of appreciating up a little. The robot will start selling those quantity, even when your trade is still running. So you can make some profit while your trade is still running. That is how the robot was designed. So there's no timeline for trade. Your trade can run for 1 year. Your trade can run for 2 years. Your trade can run for 1 month. Your trade can run under few seconds. Your trade can run under few minutes. So there is no timeline for your trade that you start to end and make profit for you. No timeline. But all you have to know is that it's a business you started. Profit must come at the long run. Monthly, Royalq promises us 1% to 30%. But there are some months that coins will be good, market will be good. You make more than 30%. So that is the trading aspect, and that is the primary source of what Royalq is all about. The robot trading in the spot market for us. Our money, our capital stays in our exchange. So you don't give your capital to Royalq. Your capital stays in your Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, almost 9 of them. So there's no fear of being scammed. Your money stays with you. That is why Royalq is standing out, because your money stays with you. You just link your robot account, you link it to your exchange, and you give it with a secured API binding process, where you give the robot two permissions. Permission number one, for the robot to be able to see the market, to know when a coin is going up, down, and when a coin is going up. Permission number two, for the robot to only trade on spot market, where we don't experience real loss. So no risks, no loss. We only experience waiting time. This is the time it will take the robot, time it will take the coin to come back in value, so that the robot can sell and make profits for you. So that is the primary source of making money in Royalq. Now, if you enjoy all this business, if you see that this business has future, if you see that this business is good, it's a business that you will tell your friend to come and also do, because you don't have money to stock your shop, your provision store, but you have a friend that can also start his own provision store and sell some other goods, other provision store, so that when your customer comes and you don't have the product, your friend can have the product. That is, you are expanding your business, building team. Your own trade is on. When your trade do well, you make profits. But you know that you cannot trade all the coins because of capital. You might not have capital to stock your shop with all the coins. Because sometimes if coin A move today, coin B might not move today. Coin C might not move today. So you might be trading coins that did not move today. But if you have a team member that is also trading some other coins that move, when they make profits that day, your own did not make profits. Royalq will give you what we call commissions from their profits. So you see, your trade did not give you profit today, but their own trade gave them profits. Royalq will give you some commissions from their profits. So you see, this is another way you can also make money from this business. So the two are not linked together. You can decide that no, I have capital. I can trade 3 to 5 coins, yes, comfortably. $300 each trade. $300 each trade. I can trade 5 coins. I have 1,005. I can trade, or I can start with 1 coin. But before 2, 3, 4 months, I'll be adding one coin. You decide that, okay, I'm good with this one. I don't want to tell my friend to come and start this business. You'll be making your trade profits. But if you decide that you don't have enough capital, let me call my friends, or let me post about this business so that I will see maybe my online friends that will also come and do this business with me, so that I will also be, if my trade did not give me money, I'll be getting some commissions from their own trade. So everybody will be moving. So it's a secondary source of also making income. If you register someone and activate them, Royalq gives you $30 immediately, which you can add to you can now withdraw it to your exchange. So that is the secondary part of making money in the business. Okay, so that is Royalq. So I don't know, for those joining us today, I don't know if you have any questions. You can use the chat box. If you see it at below, you can use the chat box. If you don't understand anything, you can drop it. So maybe when we finish the topic for today, I will now answer those questions. So thank you. So our today's topic is talking about sports trading and the sports period, the trading period mode, and the cycle trading period mode. So you see, the period there means timing. The period means timing. So when you hear someone saying one shot and cycle, there's a trading period mode in Royalq. So it's either you are using one shot or you are using cycle. Either you are using one shot or you are using cycle. So today's presentation is about what are they and when can you use it? When is it advisable not to use one shot? When is it advisable to use cycle? Okay, so I will explain. I will start with one shot. One shot means is a period that said, okay, trade this coin for me once. Once you sell, don't start that trade again. Just stop. That is one shot. Once you give me my profit, stop the trade. I will come back and activate another trade. That is the meaning of one shot. Do it once and stop. I will come and activate another. Maybe I want to change the commodity. I want to change to another coin. Do one shot for me. That is the explanation of one shot. Okay. The second one is cycle. The cycle trading period means once you sell, give me profit in my exchange. Use the capital and buy that coin again. When you sell, just be giving me my profits, but using my capital to be buying, continue the process. Just be keeping my profits. Use my capital, buy the coin again. Once you give me profits, keep my profits. Use the capital, start again. So you see, cycle means continuing the process. One shot means do it once and stop. So these are the two trading period modes we have in Royalq. So when do you use one shot? When do you use cycle? One shot is advisable for those that are joining us and they don't have capital. They don't have big capital. They want to build their capital. They don't have capital to set up margin calls. One shot is used for those that want to do the hit and run. method. Those that want big profits, one shot, they can also use the one shot for that. The risky in the sense that if you are not careful, it can tie your capital and you will not be making sub profits. Remember when I introduced what Royalq is, I said while you wait, the robot is being programmed to make sub profits for you while you are waiting. So using one shot and you are doing the greedy strategy, which our leader Samidon will take us through in one of these Zoom, one of the days, he will take us through on that. But it gives good results. It gives big, huge results. Okay? But it also have its disadvantage. So that is also where you can use your one shot. Then you can use one shot if you are free that day. You are online. You can see a chart. The coin is down. Okay, enter it one shot. If you are free and you know how to analyze different trades, you can pick trades, you can see good entry points. You instruct your robot, trade this on one shot. When it sells, you have the time to also see another entry point in another trade. So you can use your one shot. That is where you should use one shot. Okay, now where you should use cycle. Where you should use cycle is that I don't have time, oh, but I have 300 to trade one coin. I just want the robot to be doing the work for me because I'm very busy. I'm a banker. Once we resume, we don't hold our phone. We work till 5 before we get our phone. But I have 300 to start one trade. Okay, let me find a good community coin, maybe like Ripple or Doge or BNB or Bitcoin or Ethereum or I've mentioned Ripple or BNB and something, those coins. Okay, let me select Solana. Let me select one and put and set up the $300 settings. That one can take $300 can take almost 30 margins call that can cover up to minus 50% drop. So you are comfortable that this commodity you want to buy, if you like, let it reduce to minus 50. Your robots will be buying and be selling to make you some profits. Let the robot work. Let that coin work. I don't have time to be checking signals, but I have the money. Okay, I have $600. Give me two community coins. Set them $300, $300. Let two of the coins be running. Whether the coins are going down, my robots will be buying it as it's going because my capital can cover up to minus 50% reduction. I will not be using my phone for 1 week. So let me just set it on autopilot. That is cycle mode. So even if the coins is going down, my robots will be buying it as long as the coins did not reduce below minus 50% in value of that coin. It will buy him a margin. If it goes down, it will buy. If it start going up, it will sell, be giving me some profits. So all I know, anytime I get access to my phone, I will just go and check my profit details or my revenue details to see how much profit the robot has made for me. That is easy life. You have capital. Your robot is doing all the work. You don't you don't need to start running for signals or you want to start setting up trades. You already set it autopilot. The robot will be doing the work for you. Very sweet. All your own is to be checking your profit the robot is making for you. I can see Larry. Larry is I think today makes 15 days of him joining. Though he told me that He does not want to do the team building. He just wants to focus on trading. So what I did, I set up that $300 trading autopilot. He doesn't do anything. All he does, he will just come and be checking his profits. And I think that his robot has made him close to $65 in 15 days. So these are where you can use cycle and where you can use one shot. Some new persons that they don't know how to handle their phone or handle the robot, they are still new, so they need to attend Zoom. You can set autopilot for them so that they will not be tempted to come and be setting the trade setting because they can do mistake. You see some people using the wrong strategy mode instead of using the right one because of they are new to the app and they are using one shot. Because if you use one shot when you are new, once the robot sells and give you profit, it will stop the trade. So it will prompt you to go and set up another coin or another to start another trade. And if you are new, you are not too you don't know how to use the robot yet, you will do mistake when you are trying to set up another trade. So it's another advantage of using the cycle for new persons if they have good capital. So that the robot will be doing autopilot while they will be attending Zoom, watching videos to know how to use the app well, attending our new user retention. That is where they will teach you how to use the app well. Settings you should use and settings you should not use. Okay? So another where you don't use cycle is when a coin, maybe since for the past 1 month now, all through March, coins has been down. Okay, then imagine Bitcoin has been down 71,072. Then imagine for 1 month Bitcoin was down like that. Then imagine Bitcoin now pump to like 100,000. When Bitcoin is in 100,000, you want to enter that trade. It's not advisable to enter that trade on cycle. Where is advisable to enter a trade on cycle, if you are checking the charts now, is when a coin has been down for a long time. You know that Bitcoin should be around, if market is good, Bitcoin should be around 100,000. 90 to 100, that is where we know that yes, Bitcoin is okay. But for Bitcoin to fall back to 70, you know that yes, if it wants to go down, it will not go down more than 65,000 dollars. Anything that will make Bitcoin, it will be going up. So that kind of trade, Bitcoin is down at 71. You can comfortably trade it on cycle, not on one shot. If Bitcoin that fell from 100,000 down to 70 is on 70 and you are not trading it on one shot, it means that once Bitcoin move from 70 to 72, the trade will stop. Whereas Bitcoin has tendency to still go up back to where it was coming from, 100 and where it dropped before from. You understand? So that is where you understand the cases of where not to use one shot and when to use one shot. If you see Solana now, that normally Solana should be around 140 to 200 and above, normal Solana when market is good. But Solana has fallen down to maybe $120. That kind of thing, you can comfortably trade it on cycle. If you're trading on one shot, if it gives you one shot, the robot will stop trading it. But that coin still have a tendency of still going up because it has reached there, it fell down. So when it normally, once it falls, and stay and get support, it will start going up again. So that is it for the topic, one shot and cycle. Uh, okay, before I will allow my co-host Esdon to talk, let me summarize the Royalq business, the mindset, because I always talk about mindset anytime I give my presentation. So we are done on today's topic. You can still use the chat box or you raise your hands to if you have any question. But the mindset of this business, please and please, is not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Your $100 can reduce in a space of 2 months. A trade can still be running for 2, 3, 4 months down. It's a business that you have started. And once you start, your capital is no more capital, it's floating capital. It's called floating capital because it can float down, it can float up. So what you have to do is the mindset, concentrate on how to increase your capital. If coin A is not doing well, just make sure that you have gotten good capital on the coin A. Then look for another capital to start coin B. It's a business. Coin A that is not doing well, that are staying down, one day, as far coin A is a good community coin, it will come up one day. So why coin A is being sluggish, just allow it. Look for another capital, start up coin B. Let coin A, just set up margin calls for coin A to be giving you margins. Then start up coin B. At least try to trade 2, 3 coins. Build your capital. Not because of your $100 you started has been down for 2 weeks, the coin is just going down and you are stagnant. No. Treat this business, treat Royalq as a business. Treat it as a business, not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme, it's a business. Because Ponzi scheme will tell you daily you get 2% return. Daily you press this one, you get 3% return. There was one they say if you press this one, you get 22% return daily. So in the space of either 4 to 5 days, you have gotten your capital back. That is Ponzi scheme. It doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. So the mindset, you are starting the business, know that yes, you have seen plenty leaders that have bought cars, built houses from this business. Just be consistent and focused. Do what the leaders are doing, and before 3 to 6 months, you'll be called a leader, and you have those achievements you have been eyeing, or you are seeing your leaders have. You will also have it if you are consistent and you are focused in the business. The business in Royalq is cryptocurrencies. So you will not say, as some people say, Royalq is still working. We have been here since 2021, and it's still working because crypto is the future. Crypto is here to stay. Crypto is not going anywhere. So there's nothing like answering is Royalq still working, because crypto is the future and it will work. It will continue working. So thank you once again as I leave the mic to my co-host Esdon. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Leader George. Thank you very much for your education this evening. So please, my friends, my co traders, I don't know if you have any question, you can use the chat box down there and drop your questions, okay? If you have questions, you can use the chat box. You can use the chat box or you use the reactions. You can raise up your hand and then I'll call you up.
Okay, so there's question on the chat box.
Okay, he said, thank you for the Royalq intro. I've connected to Binance but have not started trading. Still trying to understand the video sent to me on that. When is the new user training, please? I like I like that autopilot because of my job. Please, can you set it up for me?
Okay. Yeah, yes, sure. Just chat. And the autopilot, like I said, you should be able to cover reasonable deep for you to use the autopilot, preferable $300 capital. To cover at least 50% deep. So you can use that for your autopilot. Yeah, sure. Then when is the new user orientation? I think later Osha will answer that.
Okay, thank you. Well, the internet is not cool at our end. Okay, we have another question. Hello, please, if you can hear me, let me see you type hi on the chat box, please, if you can hear me clearly. Okay, thank you very much, Olichi. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, yes. Okay, we have another question here, Leader George. I'm in a trade that has gone for over a week. You mentioned switching to coin B. He's asking for you to better elaborate the method of switching to coin B.
I did not say switch. I said that's your coin, that's your trade that has been done. I hope you have set up a reasonable margin calls. At least let the capital in that trade be up to $300. That should cover 50% dip. Then you can just allow it to be trading. Then you look for another money, another USDT to start up another coin. It's just like expanding your business. Like I said, there is no timeline for a trade to complete. So if you have a trade that is on for 1 week, I hope the trade is giving you some profit. If it's not giving you some profit, it means that you have not added the required margin calls. At least let that margin calls reach 50 on that trade before you can say, I've covered 50%, $300 is already inside this coin. Let me look for another coin and put another $300 there. So I'll be trading two coins. So even if that one is not giving me profit, this new one will start giving me profit. But the old one will definitely give you some profits when you add up the new margin calls. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Jodua Otto, I don't know if you are satisfied with the response you got. If you are satisfied, you can please drop your comment on the chat box. Jados Otto, okay. Can we have two Royalq apps on one phone? He's still asking, can we have two Royalq apps on one phone? Leader George, he's asking, can we have two Royalq apps on one phone?
Okay, that new user orientation is on Saturday. It's on Saturday we are doing it. So, okay. Mr. Peter has already answered it. You said, can we have two Royalq accounts on one phone? Yes. Royalq is a account drive. It's not phone drive. It is your login details drive. So you can easily log out from one account and log in into another account on the same one phone. Or you can still download the multiple account app. Multiple account app. You understand? Multiple account app. It will help you to open two it will help you to open two Royalq accounts on your phone, on one phone. You can be checking two Royalq accounts on one phone. Okay. So that our Saturday's new user orientation is not 8:30. I think it's around 6. Our Saturday user orientation, new user orientation is around 6 p.m. Nigeria time. So take note. Else done. Like we have other questions.
Okay, thank you very much about that. Please, I'm sorry for the wrong information. It's on Saturdays by 6 p.m., like you said. Okay, we have another question from Oluchi. She said, how do I reach you after now for the setup? Okay, I will take on this. Ollie, please, I don't know how you were able to get to this meeting. You have to reach back to the person who referred you to this meeting, and then you set up your robots with the person, okay? Thank you very much. Please, do we have any other questions? Okay. Mr. Ugochukwu, you are saying, how does this margin call thing work? In other words, what does it mean to set margin call and how do we go about it? This question is coming from Mr. Ugochukwu Wakanma.
Okay, margin calls. How does this margin call work? Margin calls is like you are into selling bags of rice. Okay. But so you have customers. Some customers started coming to ask that they want to buy rice in cups. But you are into selling bags of rice. You don't sell cups. So you see that before you know, you start losing some customers because these ones are coming, they want to buy rice in cups, but you are not selling. Now, what if you are not the bags of rice, the value now reduce? So margin call means that, okay, since your bag of rice has reduced, let us go to the market to buy new sets of rice, that bag of rice at that reduced price. So we can start selling in cups to these our new customers that are asking for cups of rice instead of bag of rice. So margin calls means that, okay, since the price have reduced, let's buy it at a cheaper price so that we can still sell to make profits, because the bag of rice in our store now, we bought it at 80,000, whereas the new set of rice now in the market, they are selling it at 75. Nobody will come to our store to buy at that 80,000. So margin call means as the value of the coin, the value is going down, you should also buy some quantity of at that new reduced price so that you can sell to make profit. You can sell those new ones you bought at that reduced price. You can sell them to still make profits or profits while you are waiting for the price of rice to come back to the original price you bought the first ones. So that is the story behind margin calls. You understand? It only works when your trades, the value of your trade is going down, is reducing in price. That is what margin calls. It will be buying those margin calls. So anybody that is setting up your setting, once you want to start, they will give you a margin configuration settings for your capital. So you meet the person that introduced you to Royalq. The person, you tell the person your capital, the person will give you a trade settings that contains the margin configuration of your capital, so you can save it and you use it to trade. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Please, I hope you are satisfied with the response you got. If you are satisfied, please, I will want you to indicate on the chat box. Mr. Jados is asking a question. He said, To trade 2 coins with 2 accounts, you can trade 1,000 coins with one account. You can trade many coins with one account. You can even trade many wallets, many exchanges with one robot through API binding. You understand? It is possible. Even one account can manage multi-trades depending on your trading capital. Okay? I don't know if you still have something to say about this, Mr. Leader George. Leader George, do you have something to say about it too?
No, you have answered the person. Maybe if the person still does not get it, then I can now come in.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Olutunde said, please, my leader.
Next one. Sorry. You are jumping questions. This guy asks multiple questions. Joseph, please answer Joseph.
Okay, let me look into it. Sir.
Okay, I can see Elisha now. Leader, please, I'm new here and just activate my robot account a month ago. My question is that I'm using Cycle to trade, but the profit is low. The profit is low. If your profit is low, it not boils down to your capital. You know, in trading crypto, there's what we call capital management. That is why I said when I was introduced, when I was talking about the one shot, I said our leader Samidon will come in one of these days to teach us the greedy strategy. I call it greedy strategy, but the risky strategy, hit and run. But it also have its own disadvantages. But like I said, this is a business. If you are using Cycle and you set up your margin configurations, your profits will tally within that 1% to 30% monthly. So you understand? So if your profit that your settings is giving you is low, all you have to do is try to increase your capital. When you increase your capital, you see that your settings will also be edited to your new capital and you see results. So try to increase I don't know how much you're using to trade the Cycle. I don't know how much is your first buy. I don't know how much you're using to buy your margin calls. So all those things will determine the profit you get. Thank you.
Yeah, please, sorry actually for skipping some people. Mr. Joseph, I will attend to your questions. I'm still coming from the back, please. I'm still coming from the back. Mr. Temitoba is asking, my leader, please, my leader, what coin was that you can put on Cycle with $300? He's asking.
So we have on the group, on our channel, we have listed good community coins. So any coins that have good large community, the market cap is large. All these Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Ripple, Doge, those coins that have huge community, huge market cap, then you can put them on Cycle and trade it with your $300. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, if you're satisfied with the response, indicate on the chat box. Mr. Benson Ben, I'll let you unmute your mic, please. And
Best.
Okay, good evening. Yeah, good evening. My
Good.
question is this: what is the minimum can someone trade with on Cycle? What is the minimum minimum capital? Because I could see that we are mentioning $300, 300. So what is the minimum can someone put?
That 300 is the least comfortable capital you can use to trade a coin on Cycle. At least it should cover minus 50% drop.
Okay, 300, not loss. Even when you have like 100 or 150, you can't use it.
Those 100, 150, they cannot cover comfortably minus 50% dip.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Leader George. Mr. Joseph, at least at the initials, I've already replied your question number one, which you said, please, I want to ask, can I use one Royalq in 2 exchanges? I said yes. To trade, yes. Or I have to buy another one. You don't need to recharge another one. One is enough for you to trade as multiple wallets that you can as you want, because already there is over it's five exchanges that you can API bind with your
Nine exchanges.
9 is over five exchanges you can API bind with your robots, and you can trade effectively. You can trade as 1,000 coins as you want, and you can trade more than 3 coins in a day, depending on your trading capital, number one, and depending on the effectiveness of your take percent profits you issue the robot to execute in a trade. It depends on your take percent profits and the performance of that coin. You understand? It depends on how you are able to analyze the graph, your trade, before instructing the robot through the margin call configuration. You understand?
Let me still say something on that number two. Can I trade 2 to 3 coins at the same time? Like if you have, Mr. Joseph, if you have listened to me, I said before you move to the second, before you can start trading the second coin at the same time with the first one, that first one must have gotten at least $300 in it. You must have budgeted $300 for it before you now start thinking of adding another coin. So for you to trade 2 coins, you should have like $600. For you to trade 3 coins at the same time, you must have at least $900. So 300 each. So that even if a coin is reducing, before it gets to 50, you must be making some profits, as in comfortably. Okay.
Okay, thank
So
you.
how many coins? Let me see. How many coins can one trade? Can one go in a day? How many coins can one go in a day? It depends on when the coin will sell. And depending on your take profits you have put. So you can put, you see some people trading, they will put 5%, they will put 10%. That trade might not sell in a day, depending on your capital. If your capital is just $300, it's one coin you trade, depending on when that, and if that you are trading that coin on one shot, depending on when that coin will sell out, so that you can pick another trade with the capital. So it's depending on your percentage, your take profit percentage, depending on your capital, and depending on the movement of the coin. So number 4, how is the compensation plan from your referrals look like as a networker? So we have, Leader Osha, we are, the date is still not fresh in my head. We have, I think it's on Wednesday.
Yesterday.
So we have Wednesday, 8:30. That is where we talk about the compensation plan and the team building for this Royalq business. So you join us on next week, Wednesday, for that topic. Okay, number 5, can you end a trade that has stayed for a long time? Why do you want to end the trade? This is Royalq. The mindset matters. If your bag of fries have stayed in your shop, some people have bag of fries stayed in their shop for more than 1 year. So all you have to do, go out, look for customers that will come and buy your products. Go out, look for more money to add to that your trade, so that the trade will be giving you some profits while you wait. You can end the trade if you want to bear the loss. If you yourself, you want to take your loss. But the robot is never programmed to end the trade in loss. So like I said, there's no timeline, there's no time frame for a trade to sell. So that trade can stay there for 1 year. As far as running and giving you your profits, it's okay. Okay, so number 6, can your capital be liquidated in Royalq? No, your capital can never be liquidated in Royalq because number 1, your capital is not in Royalq. Your capital is in your Binance. If the value of that coin reduce, just be buying margin calls. One day it will come back and it's just like saying, can Bitcoin now reduce to 0 naira, $0 and liquidated? No, we are trading spots. So your capital is already in the coin. So except you are saying Solana will sleep and wake up and see Solana will be $0, or will sleep and wake up and see Bitcoin to be $0. So as far you bought some quantity of that coin, your capital now depends on the value of the coin. So I hope, Esdon, you can take it up.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Booker is asking what would going to happen when the coin I'm trading deep to 100%. He's asking what is going to happen when the coin is trading deep to 100%.
Sure, I just answered it now.
You already answered it already. You've already answered it. Mr. Booker, that is the period he's saying that depends on your trading capital. And remember, he's also in this trade, if you enter a market, it's not a certainty that even your capital will cover the dips. So if your capital is huge enough to cover the dip of that particular coin you are intending to trade, then you can cover that trade before the 10% profit. But if it cannot, I advise you should reduce your 10% profit so that it will execute quick. It wouldn't want to take much margin calls. It will execute quick, and you'll be able to enter the next trade. And you get in.
So to even add more to what Mr. Mustafa said, if you use $100 now and enter a coin, and that coin is reduced to minus 100%, remember when you start the trade with your $100, you bought, for instance, 2 Solana, but that trade has gone down to minus 100%. Your 2 Solana is still with you. The coin, the quantity of the coin, 2 Solana is still with you. The value might turn to 0 because it has gone to minus 100% on your trade. But your 2 Solana is still with you. Anytime that the value of Solana starts increasing, your money will also start increasing. So that is the point I want you to get. Yes, done.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Mustafa, I believe at least with this you are satisfied with the explanations on your questions, right? If so, please indicate in the chat box. Mrs. Stella, please. She said, please, my leader, if I start a cycle with $300 capital, can I make profit up to $300?
If you start a trade with $300 and it's on cycle, remember that $300 capital, your first buy might be around $15 or $20 as the first buy. The remaining money, you will spread it down the margin calls. You are spreading them down because you are seeing Royalq as a business, not a Ponzi scheme. If you use 300, don't know if it's Mrs. or Miss Stella, if you use $300 capital to start a provision store, can you make profits of $300? Yes, because you did not indicate the timeline. This is your question now. You did not say, can I make profit of $300 in 1 week, in 1 month, in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years? You are in the business to make profits. So you can make profits. $300 is 100%. But nobody can tell you the exact time you used to make $300 as profit. This is not a Ponzi scheme. I said when I finished when I finished the topic for today, I said the mindset matters. You are starting the business, like have the mindset of you starting up a provision store business. So that is it. Thank you.
Yes, but sir, I still want to add something to this. Miss Stella, I don't know your experience with cryptocurrency trading or with FX trading. I don't know your experience or your professionalism before you now start thinking about adapting to this autopilot strategy. If actually you are experienced, like if you have a very matured experience in the crypto markets, or be it crypto markets or even the forex trading markets, you understand, you better understand this margin configuration, because that's where the whole thing comes in at play. Okay, that's where the whole thing comes to play. Because if you understand the margin configuration and then you realize that, oh, there is an existing robot that can even be doing the whole buying and selling for you, why you can equally do other things that really matters to your life, that's when you now be able to give yourself a certainty. It depends on your technology. That's your strategy, which you put down with this robot. And we have Zoom meeting programs within the week that we teach people how to, instruct the robot on the magic configurations and everything. We give it outlets on the WhatsApp group chat. You understand? So, but for now, you should, even if you take it as a business, you need to first understand that it demands more of knowledge. You need to better understand this robot and how the markets work, because overtaking is allowed. You understand? I might be using a strategy with the same robot and the same market with you, and I will be making a different profit with the same capital, but your level of experience in crypto trading, talk more of when you now adopt this robot into it, can equally make you make $300 instantly if you know how to use the robot. So knowledge is power. If you are starting it off for the first time, you need to put it in your mind to understand it better and to be perfect, because whatever was doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so Mr. Ugochukwu is asking what determines the take percent profit. Mr. Ugochukwu is asking what determines the take percent profit. Leader George, are you with us?
I'm here.
Is that what determines percent profit?
You determine your grid level, your experience of the charts, your experience and your knowledge in reading charts, your grid level. If you are into the one shot, if you are using the one shot for that trade and you know how to read your charts, you have already said, okay, this coin will give me 3%. The movement of the coin will give 3%, or the movement will give 2%. Some people, they have good capital, so they just want to take the default, which is 1.3. But naturally, Royalq default is 1.3% take profit, because naturally your trades should work in cycle, so that once there is 5 to 10 cycle, you 1.3 times 10, it will already give you more than 10% profit. You understand? So that is how the robot was designed. 1.3% take profit on default cycle. So that is it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Ugochukwu, I hope you are satisfied with the reply. If you are satisfied, I would want you to indicate on the chat box. Please do we have questions? Do we still have questions? We are almost.
We're running out of time. We need to round up now.
Yes, we will need to round up in the end, please. Okay, thank you very much for coming to tonight's Zoom. Thank you, everyone. I thank your attentiveness and your desire to acquire knowledge is very important. I go by the name of Zoma Anthony Soprucci, a member of the Eastern Cryptomanians with the team code Digital. So we'll be having our meetings next on.
We'll be having our next meeting tomorrow for technical analysis. Our meeting for technical analysis is tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So please let us try to come early so that we can start quick and then round up quick. Tomorrow, technical analysis. Make sure that you are there so that you know how to analyze the market, so that you know when to enter a trade. Thank you so much, everybody. To all the to Leader George, thank you. X-Don, thank you so much. And co-host, thank you so much. And to all the amazing members that took out time to attend, thank you so much for getting the knowledge. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody, and God bless.
God bless you. Good night.